and he's been able to delay NaDa for a very, very long time, long enough to get his third base up, long enough to get his lurker tech out, with a little bit of time to spare as well. So I mean that's kind of the point of the Mutalisk. So they have accomplished that goal at the very least. And yeah, two lurkers up on the. Well, oh no, a couple Hydras going over there to make more lurkers get picked off. But those two lurkers on top of that ramp are going to make it virtually impossible to brave up that ramp. It's just not going to happen, especially not without a vessel. Maybe if he was able to irradiate one of the lurkers and then go up and kill the second one with Marines. I don't know. I mean, if anyone can micro it, NaDa can. It's feasible, but it's just going to be really difficult because the first, he could maybe try and stim one Marine and run it past and take the first hits and then run the rest up and do something elite like that. Or he could get a dropship. That's a possibility as well. That's probably a better possibility. He's got some mech Marines camped on the bottom, and he's got another group on this ridge here to pick it up. The Mulisks are en route to try and intercept. They are going to be able to intercept, but no, NaDa's going to be able to drop those mech Marines out beforehand. A little bit, but he's left the door open. He's moved those two lurkers to attack the medic marines, and now the medic marines on the bottom are going to be able to get in, and they're going to be able to go in and attack this hatchery, and NaDa is going to be able to just run away from those lurkers when they burrow, and he's probably going to be able to pick off this hatchery. It's almost certain he's going to be able to pick off this hatchery. The Mulisks come in. Is he going to be able to pick it off? No! There's only a little bit of health left on the hatchery, but he is going to be able to fall back from those lurkers again, and he is going to pick off the last hit points on that hatchery. So the hatchery goes down. Brilliance by NaDa. Absolute brilliant play there. But Jesus Christ! In the meantime, Savior has gotten all kinds of crazy tech up. He's gotten a Hive. He's gotten a Greater Spire and a Defiler Mound, it looks like. So, Savior sparing no expense on this on this game here. He's going all out. He's got another base up at the looks like the 3 o'clock position. So he's still at 3 bases, still at 3 gas basically. Which if he was down to 2 gas, then he wouldn't be able to really use all of that tech very well. Actually, that base is not up yet. It's just in the process. So he still only actually technically has 2 gas. Although he is trying to put the base up at the bottom left again. So there is that, and he's got some Guardians out now, just a couple. But there's not a lot of science vessels out at this point, so if there was a lot of science vessels, it'd be really easy for him to pick off the Guardians with Irradiate, but he only has the 1 vessel, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Oh, the Guardian's getting chased away. 1 goes down. Ranged upgrade for the win. But Savior is doing a really good job, though, of just going left, right, left, right, left, right, keeping NaDa off guard, and NaDa is having to use a lot of his multitasking abilities here to try and keep track of everything that Savior is throwing at him, throwing Scourges at him, throwing Guardians at him, and there you see the Terran bench there. Kind of cool to see players from different teams with different jerseys playing against each other there. NaDa is going in to the front door, and he's sending a dropship to the bottom left at the same time. Swarm goes down! The Lings barely get inside the Swarm, but NaDa's going to run past the Swarm and get into a position where he can attack those drones without being in danger from anything underneath the Swarm. And Defense Matrix Marine is in there. The hatchery is under attack a little bit. No, I'm sorry, that was they clicked on a lurker that was right next to the hatchery, and I thought it was the health of the hatchery that was so low. I missaw that, but here's the dropship coming in, and oh no, those lurker spines barely catching those Marines at the last moment there, and again, NaDa doing a lot of damage though. Savior is really fighting hard here, and look at that micro by NaDa, old school elite micro, dodging spines by running 1 Marine around to the right, and is able to take out that lurker. And what is NaDa doing? He's got, okay, that was really weird. His Marines were like running away from the hatchery. That was a little strange. I'm not sure what his medics are doing right now. They're running away from the Marines. But anyway, maybe they're going up to join up with his main force. NaDa is now pressing down the front here with a lot of forces and some tanks as well. Another attempt at the front door. The last one was fought off by Savior using Swarm, but this time he's going to have a couple vessels. He's going to have 3 tanks instead of 1. And he's going to have a lot better chance of pushing this home, especially since Savior losing that right side base again, or not again, but losing that right side base, the one at 3 o'clock, and at least he has kept this kept that bottom left expansion. NaDa had sent it to drop, and then not noticed it until a couple Marines came out and got killed by the waiting Zerglings. And wow, so this is really, really incredible. NaDa is going to have to fall back here because of those swarms. And that's a smart move, but he can just wait for those swarms to wear off. He needs to do more irradiating of the defilers. I mean, he probably has been. I just haven't spotted him, or the observers haven't spotted him. But you know, if he can pick off those defilers, there's one dying right now. If he can pick off those defilers before they're able to cast these swarms, then he'll really be able to push in and start doing damage. But at the very least, he's got kind of a contain set up on Savior's main, and that's going to make it so that Savior can't afford to go out and save his expansions. Whoa! Oh, I guess he was hoping for the swarm to wear off. At least he's actually hiding his defiler in another base, I think. So, well, actually, maybe that's there to protect that base. But oh, maybe it has gone through the NaDa's canal. I'm not sure where it went. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why NaDa is not irradiating those defilers. They're right there. Savior trying to push out a little bit, just trying to give himself some breathing room. But NaDa, in the meantime, has gone over and he's put some pressure on this bottom left expansion. As you can see, he's put down Swarm on top of those two lurkers on the ramp to hold off those Marines from killing off that base. Because if he... Oh, no, and you get... Oh, NaDa not paying attention. So both players being a little bit sloppy here, to be honest. Such as running the defiler out in the middle of nowhere. And oh, I don't know how that defiler survived. Wow, another science vessel go down though. So 2 science vessels have now gone down and plaguing the vessels. The tanks. That's kind of cute. But NaDa's going around the other side. All the swarms are out in front. NaDa's going to go around the back and go in the second entrance, which is something that usually Zerg players take advantage of. But in this case, NaDa's actually going to take advantage of it. He's also charging up the ramp at the expansion in the bottom left. I don't think he's going to be able to get up there. But he's, in the meantime, going to take out Savior's natural expansion, and that will be huge. Savior will not have enough forces to deal with it, and he has broken the ramp at the bottom left. So NaDa has just taken this game. He's killed off Savior's natural expansion. He's going to kill off, or at least do some damage and pressure to the bottom left expansion. Yeah, he's killed off the NaDa canal, so there's no hope for reinforcements. So Savior is going to lose the bottom left expansion as well. And in the meantime, NaDa's about to get his third base up in the form of kind of a mineral only in the back. And here he comes into the main base. Look at all those drones there just stacked up. He's running from all different bases, and they're going to get slaughtered by these mech marines. Well, I guess not these mech marines, but the ones coming up the ramp in a moment. Probably. And there's GG coming from Savior. So NaDa taking the first game, and just, another game in the long history of these two players playing against each other, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. So GG, very nicely played by NaDa, and I think Savior was playing a little bit sloppy here and there. So it's not. I mean, NaDa played really well, but also I think Savior did a couple things that he didn't need to do. That were a little bit sloppy. He lost his mutas a little bit earlier. But again, I guess the mutas, the early game sloppiness didn't really play into things a whole lot because he still was able to get his hive tech out. And really the game was decided by the fact that NaDa was just relentless in attacking expansions and getting those expansions down. And Savior just, he ended up losing some economy early on, and it just made it too difficult for him to be able to come back and get enough tech and economy and forces up to overcome the disadvantage later on. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and do the second game from this series as well, which is going to be NaDa versus July Zerg, which should be another fun match as well. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Take care.